420, and this is my channel where we discuss anything and everything that's 420 related. And guys, I'm real excited. We have another one from Lit Farms today, guys. I am so grateful for all the support that you guys have been showing on this channel. But obviously, guys, you have a lot of interest in Lit Farms. So last month, my #1 viewed video was my live of the Essential Ounce review for Lit Farms last month. You guys have watched it almost 500 times. And so obviously there was some interest there. And so I wanted to talk to you guys. First off, just want to remind everybody to make sure you hit that like button, to make sure you hit your notifications. That way you don't miss these lives. And also make sure you're subscribed. Because that way you're going to get all the good reviews. We talk about anything and everything that's 420 related, and the majority of everything that you find on my channel is going to be 2018 Farm Bill compliant, including this one today. Just means it's going to be hemp and not the M word. Okay, so you just make sure that you're over the age of 21. And I just want to give a shout out to everybody that's in the live. Thank you so much for supporting. I see you guys. I see you. Hey, everybody. And shout out to Eldon Kettering. He was the winner of my 311 giveaway. And his prize is in the mail, so be looking for that in the next couple days. What's up, Tom? What's up, Mr. Brunson? What's up, Shorty? I see you guys. Red Panda. Hey, everybody, I appreciate you. So yeah, there was so much interest in the last review. Let's go back a little bit, right? So last summer, when I was in Ohio with my son in Cleveland, we went to the Summer Slam, and we got some floor seats. And I wanted to bring some of my THCA flower with me. But I wanted to make sure, because I was going to drive there from Alabama to Cleveland, Ohio, and I wanted to make sure I brought some unopened packages, right? And Space City, shout out to Space City. I was just watching his live. And so he suggested one of these strains. He's like, yeah, you need to try Lit Farms. Everybody's been talking about the Supreme jars. And I was like, let me get an eighth of the Supreme. And I was like, which one should I get? And I think Space City was the one that suggested that I get Lit OG Supreme. So I ordered Lit OG Supreme, and I ordered a couple other things from another company, and I took it with me on my trip to Ohio, and opened up the Lit OG, and I think it was in August, and I was really impressed with it. It reminded me of some OG. It was real piney and gassy. And so just so you know, Lit OG is going to be a cross of Tahoe OG as well as Runts. So obviously it's going to be real OG, real piney, real earthy, as well as Runts. It's going to be super gassy. And when I opened it, I was super impressed, guys. Like, Supreme is going to be like recreational top shelf, like really fire, pretty quality buds, right? I was super impressed with it. I ended up buying 2 more Supreme 8s like a month later. And I didn't buy anything again for many, many, many months until, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, we opened up the Essential Ounce of the Crotch Rocket. And that's been viewed almost 500 times. So if you haven't seen that yet, make sure you go watch that after you watch this. And also, guys, I just want to give a shout out to my Rewind squad. Everybody that's watching this after the live, I just want to give a shout out to you guys as well. And I want to say hey to Sunfish. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you've been doing okay. Shout out to you. So, and I'm going to be real laid back, guys, but this is going to be an official review just like the last one. So the Essential Ounce was the last Lit Farms product that I purchased. And so you guys had so much interest in it, and you were impressed with that. And I remember my very first strain being Lit OG Supreme. And I don't know if I've ever ordered a preferred ounce before. So I was like, you know what? I like the Lit OG, the Supreme. And we've already tried the Essential. So why don't we go back to my roots of when I first started with Lit Farms and try the Lit OG Preferred? So guess what? It was on sale for $69 plus tax and shipping, and I think I paid around $80 out the door. And so it finally arrived yesterday, guys. Here it is, right here. There it is, the Lit OG Preferred Ounce, guys. And it's the same type of bag as last time. It's got that really cool graphics where it hits off the light. And it kind of reminds me of Louis Vuitton. What does that remind you of? It kind of reminds me of like Louis Vuitton, right? But LIT stands for Lost in Translation. And the way it works is they have 3 tiers, okay? So they have the Essential is gonna be Greenhouse, bottom tier, sorry. And then you have Preferred is gonna be the middle tier. And then you have Supreme is gonna be the top tier. So this right here is gonna be the middle tier. And so actually I've heard so many good things about the Preferred. And it was on sale for less than 70 and it was around 80 with the shipping and tax. I used code Space City to get 5% off. The codes that I would suggest are Space City and Cannabis and Coffee. Those are the 2 codes that I use if I order from Lit Farms. All right, so that's what I did. And so that's the way it looks. It's got the code on the front so you can scan it if you want. I just want to remind you guys, because this is 2018 Farm Bill compliant, it does come with a letter to law enforcement letting you guys know, and anybody that opens this is hemp and not the M word. And honestly, we all know it's the same thing. And if you don't know it's the same thing by now, well then stay tuned, because it is. Because it's full of something called THCA. Just like the stuff in the dispensary, it's full of THCA. And the only way you're gonna feel it, you're not gonna feel it if you eat your bud. If you just eat bud by itself, you're not gonna feel anything. It has to go through a process of decarboxylation. Before you can make an edible, it has to be decarbed. Before you can feel the effects, it has to be smoked or vaped, or some type of heating process has to be done through the decarboxylation process for you to feel it. Any of it, it's all hemp. Just want to remind you guys. But now we can get it straight to the door, at least I can, in my state of Alabama, because it's legal here. And so it's not legal for the M word. So I take advantage of stuff like Lit Farms. So here we go, guys. I know you don't want to hear me just ramble on and on. I'm sure you want to see what's inside, right? Yeah. All right. So reminder, guys, Lit OG is going to be a cross between Tahoe OG and Runts. Guys, you all know, if you've been watching my channel, that Runts is one of my favorite things to smoke. I love the gassy strains. I love piney strains, so OG is usually somewhat piney. My remembrance from the Supreme was piney and gassy. All right, guys, so I believe it's gonna have a terp lock. Let me remember where to open it at. Ooh, I can kind of somewhat smell, look, it's still not opened yet. I can kind of smell some earthy, grassy notes somewhat. Let's see. I really hope it doesn't smell like grass, guys. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, like a hay smell. I hope it doesn't. So let's find out, because I know the Supreme was like piney and gas. All right, here we go. Let's find out. Okay, so it is very, very, very earthy. It does have a hay type grassy smell similar to my Essential Ounce, but it's not as bad, because the Essential Ounce, I did not like the way it smelled. But I'm not really getting any pine. Maybe the slightest bit. So this is like super muted, like, and I'm not getting a lot of gas. I'm getting like a sweetness, like a sweet earthy. It's more of like a sweet earthiness. Maybe the slightest pine. It's not bad, but it's not what I remember from the Supreme. All right, so got some nice, good sized buds. And it's kind of hard for me to give you a bag shot from this angle. And I am going to be pulling this off the stand so you can get a close up, but I just wanted to see if I could try to give you a bag shot. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out a few of these and we'll look at it in my hand. Okay. So my first impression, guys, is this might need to be cured longer. That's my first impression, was it might need to be cured longer. So it's a nice structure. So what I remember is the structure of the buds from the Supreme were similar to this, but they were lighter and fluffier, not quite as dense. And it didn't have any stems on it either. The Supreme's not gonna come with stems on it, at least the ones I've had. So this is super dense. It's a nice looking bud. Okay, so now that I've pulled it out, the hay and grassiness is not as bad. It's just very muted, I would say. It's muted. All right, and so we're gonna take a close-up of this. Let me go ahead and look at the comments real quick, and then we'll go further. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Sunfish likes Lit OG. Pink Kitty is their favorite. Been stuck on that dang Xbox. That's why I haven't seen you. Okay. The preferred ounce was Trainwreck, and it was yummy. And then Death Row Trizdog says Lit was a medium brand here in PA at one time, a medical brand here at one time. What's good, JT? Sunfish says, gotta love the old school strains also. That's right. And the effects last longer. Yeah, you know what? Those OGs seem to be real heavy hitters, right? Trizdog says he might get some of that keep jars from Old School Hemp. Definitely. Make sure you use code BeReal. And why an OG with runts as a parent? Shaking my head. Weird. Should be something a bit. You know what I mean? I hear you. I hear you. Well, I'll tell you what. The Supreme was really good, though. Pine and gas together. I enjoyed it. I love runts, though. And this is not essential. This is going to be the preferred. This is preferred that we're looking at. So last time we were looking at essential. This time we're looking at preferred. That's the medium level. And it says, don't sleep on the Fight Club. Also is pretty tasty. Okay, thank you. Now the sweet, the runts, shaking my head, you're over the runts. I get you. I hear you. You know, a lot of people like runts, and you know, you got a lot of those lemon cherry gelatos. It seems to be overrun. But I do love those gassy strains with my fruity strains. Mix it together. I feel like it's a great combination. And then you got like these earthy, piney strains. And but it looks fresh. It does look fresh. Smoky Soldier, what's up, man? What's good? And Bitcoin says mid. Yeah, this is the middle strain, the middle tier, so it's going to be mids. And there's no reason that it should be muted. I agree. Now, Soldier, he doesn't like the earthy pine grass terps. Reminds too much of mids. And you know what? I agree on the grassy and the earthy terps. I also feel that way a lot of times. I'm not a big fan of the earthy terps. I'm not a big fan of those. I can't stand grassy hay terps at all. Hay reminds me of boof, and grass can remind me of some boof and some mids. Earthy just doesn't seem to have a lot of flavor for me, but if you take a really good flavorful strain and mix it with something that's a bit earthy, like cherry pie, you mix that with something else, you have these wonderful, beautiful super strains like sour cherry would be cherry pie and sour diesel. And I love that, you know what I mean? But cherry pie by itself is very muted and, in my opinion, underwhelming. So I don't enjoy that type of strain either. So I totally agree. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do next is we're going to go ahead and dump out some of these. And we're going to take a good look at it. I mean, they're not bad looking, I'll tell you. They don't look bad. All right, let's go ahead and put this right here. And what I'm going to do next, let's put some of these right here. I'm just getting a few of these ready so we can take a look at them. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the camera. Hopefully you're having a great day. Thank you so much for joining me on this live. If you're just now joining, please make sure you hit the like button. What we're doing is looking at the middle tier from Lit Farms. It's called Preferred. And the strain we're looking at today is Lit OG. I believe it's one of their flagships. If I'm mistaken, you can correct me. If you're a Lit Farms fanatic and you know more about it, that's okay. You can also correct me. But I believe it is one of their flagships. But if I'm wrong, let's see. Is that a good look? Yeah, here we go. That's not bad looking. It actually looks better in this light, guys. I'm not going to lie, than it does in person. But with the light, it obviously is always going to make something look better. But it really doesn't look bad. As you can see, these nice orange hairs. Sorry, my fingers are shaking. Let me get down on my knees real quick so I'm not leaning over. There we go. And you can see lots of crystals, purples, orange hairs. It's really a nice looking bud. Yeah, that's really nice actually. So, you know, Lit Farms is a genetics company, but they also sell in recreational and medical. They also have THCA like this one. So their genetics are used all over the country and I believe over the world. So let's go ahead and take a squish. It's very, very, very dense. It's very nice and sticky. Look, it's sticking to my finger. Look. Huh? Gravity's eventually going to wear it. But, you know. Nice stickiness. You got some crystals, as you can see. Let's go ahead and do a snap. Let's see, where should I snap it? Right there. You hear that? Nice snap. Let me pull this a little bit closer so I don't make a mess. Let's go ahead and see what the inside looks like. It's very sticky. Let's see. That's nice. Look at the purples in there. You see the orange hairs, the amber hairs. Ooh, let me get a good whiff of that. I'm starting to smell something as I open it up. Okay, guys. Now I smell a very nice sweet smell right here. Oh, yeah, this is nice. Okay, once you open it up, that's the smell I'm looking for, guys. This is nice. I believe it just needs a little bit of jar time, guys. Honestly, the inside smells wonderful. This reminds me similar to the smell that I got from the Glitter Bomb when I got the Southern Maryland Experience Smalls of Glitter Bomb. They were Lit Farms either Supreme or Preferred Smalls for under 70. Yeah, I believe that's what it reminds me of. So you're getting some of that piney sweet smell. Oh my goodness, look at that beautiful purple on the inside, guys. Woo-wee. Yeah, let's press some of that stuff. I wish I had a press. Good idea, Sunfish. Wow, that's beautiful, guys. All right, I'm super impressed, guys. I'm super, super impressed with this. Now that I've got it open and now that we've got a closer look at it, I believe with just a few days of some jar time, this is going to turn around to be a wonderful, wonderful strain. But we really got to grind it up and see. Let's go ahead and put it in a bowl. We're going to talk about it further, see how it tastes, and then we'll pack it into a cone, okay? Ooh, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you hit that like button. Thank you. We got 12 people, 11 likes. We're almost there. Look, you got your letter to law enforcement. Look at that. Woo-wee, that's beautiful. Stop shaking. All right, let me flip it back. All right, guys. Okay. All right, well, that looked really beautiful. The more I opened it up, the more I was getting the smell that I was looking for. So it actually reminds me more of like glitter balm, I would say, from the smalls that I got from the Southern Maryland experience, which was also Lit Farms. All right. So what I'm gonna do now, just put a couple of these away. We don't need all of it right now. So we can keep this fresh. We're gonna grind some up and we're gonna smoke on it and talk about it. Hey, by the way, if you've ever tried this one, leave a comment on what you thought about it. And if you've tried other Lit Farm strains, which one was your favorite? And leave a comment. And I'll start keeping up with the comments. Let me back up a little bit. You would definitely press that. Okay, awesome. Smoky Soja. Crazy to have an OG with purple in it. At times have changed. Amen. Amen. We got all kinds of strains nowadays. Let me go ahead and try to break up a few of these. What's up, K-Ham? Thank you so much for joining my live. That's my brother from another mother. Nap time, just kidding. Sunfish tested out the Lit OG last night and passed out hardcore. We're about to find out how this smokes. That Temptation is pretty smooth. And I'll tell you, this is actually grinding up pretty decent, pretty easily. Not like in a dry way. Just, I don't know how to explain it. But not like in a dry way. It's not grinding up like powder. Which is good. You don't want it to grind up like powder, because then, you know, unless you're going to vaporize it in a ball vape, if you're going to combust it, dry weed is not good. It's harsh and hot, and it burns fast, by the way. Ooh, it's sticky. All right, let me see if I can get something to scoop it with so I don't get it all over my fingers. And if you got something to smoke, make sure you're smoking along. Leave a comment if you're smoking. We are trying out Lit OG Preferred by Lit Farms. All right, cheers, guys. Okay, some earthy pininess. Okay. Yeah. So, it's got a sweet earthiness, but it's not like a yucky earthiness, you know what I mean? Like, it's sweet. maybe the slightest pine. The pine is not very overpowering though. With like the slightest gas. So just to give reference, a couple hours ago, I was smoking on something called Chicago Runts. And Chicago Runts has a pininess to it. Obviously, it's got gas because it's a Runts. It's got like a creaminess to it. And this kind of reminds me of this, but like Chicago Runts is way creamier, way pinier, way sweeter than this. This is going to be more on the earthier side. Yeah, yeah. This is like a mild, earthy Runts, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what this reminds me of, like a mild, earthy Runts. It's not bad. But definitely a little bit different than the Supreme as far as flavor. I'm thinking this might need just a little bit of jar time. Yeah, just a little bit of jar time. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grind up a little bit more, and we're going to pack this in a cone. And give me 1 second. What's up, Space City? Thank you so much for joining the live. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. So what we're looking at right here is some Lit OG Preferred. It's their mid tier. And so far, it's been lining up with their mid tier. I've had Supreme and I've had Essential from Lit Farms. And this is pretty much their middle tier quality. I'm not disappointed. I'm actually feeling the effects. You guys just saw me smoke one bowl. What's up, Shorty? I think I saw you a few minutes ago as well. Definitely smoking. And of course, JT's got his ball vape. And guys, I'm looking at getting a ball vape. I don't really want to spend a few $100 right now, but I might be willing to do it if I can get it on a Sezzle or something. But if you guys know what the best ball vape for under 200, that's probably what I'm going to be looking at. I would love to get a ball vape. So I'm getting a little bit of a berry smell as well. Maybe I'm mistaking the pine. It definitely smells good when you grind it up. Yeah, it's a nice smell when you grind it up. And I am getting the effects. I'm feeling it right now. And I haven't been, I've been smoking throughout the day, so it's not like I haven't been smoking. So definitely the effects are gonna be there if I've already felt it after one bowl. We're gonna smoke on the raw cones. Oh, the Tiny Mite? Okay, bet, yeah. I have a handheld vaporizer as well. I have the one by the Planet of the Vape. It's okay. The Lobo's a little bit bigger bowl. That's what I wish I had gone with the Lobo, but the Lobo came out like a month or two after I bought it. I'm definitely due for a new vape of some sort. I hardly ever even use my Planet of the Vape handheld one. Just because it's so small. Like, I need so much more. Cloud Connoisseur Epitome Costs $178 for the full kit with the bong and the rig. It's wireless. Made from 316 stainless steel. Okay, thank you. That sounds right up my alley for the price. You know what I'm saying? So, if you suggest it, I know it's good. Yeah, the Lobo is decent, man. I mean, it's just a bigger Planet of the Vape, the one. It's just a bigger ball is all it is. Same thing. It's not bad at all. It's definitely got me wanting to get into a ball vape. And I've tried ball vapes as well. I enjoyed it. Yeah, man, this actually is pretty decent because as I'm packing the J right now, actually feeling pretty good off of it. So for 80 bucks out the door, not bad. I'm really interested to see how it smokes in this cone though. And I do remember when I tried the Supreme Lit OG, I enjoyed the flavor and I enjoyed the effects. I remember that very well. But I remember it being a little bit on the harsh side, and it also did not burn evenly. That was one thing I did notice. And I remember that was back when they were starting to go through quality issues, and people have been saying, you know, things have been turning around for them. So hopefully I was just getting a bad batch when I tried that harsh one that didn't burn even. Because like I said, the flavor was good and the effects was good. So, oh, I need a little bit more, guys. We're almost there. Give me just a little bit. Let me grind up just a little bit more. Thank you so much for joining me. What's up, Mario? Hope you're feeling better, man. Thank you so much for joining the live. JT is the king of vapes, y'all. Anything you need, he knows anything about it. All right, almost there, guys. Oh, better go charge it up, JT. Get that thing charged, man. Don't miss out on the sesh. I'm sure you got 100 of them, though. All right, that should do it. All right, guys. Sticky. It's very sticky, guys, for sure. All right. All right, so let's see how this thing is going to smoke in a cone. See what the flavor is about in the cone. Get that full flavor. See if it burns white. Does it burn salt and pepper? Is it going to burn black? Is it going to keep going out like it did when I smoked the Supreme last summer before they started getting better with their quality? Let's find out. Cheers, guys. Okay, it is taking a second to get it lit. But it's lit now. Lit from Lit Farms. Okay. Okay. Flavor's impressive. Let's give it a second so that it can get a chance to kind of even out. So far, I'm already getting a resin ring. Look. You see that? Pretty good. Let's give it a second to kind of even out. Definitely tastes better in a J to me. So the sweet pininess is starting to come alive a little bit more. This definitely reminds me more of like a glitter bomb, though, I'm not gonna lie. It would be funny if they accidentally sent me glitter bomb instead. Not bad though. Yeah, so for me guys, what I'm noticing is that the quality is not bad. You know, it's a little bit muted, but I believe that with a little bit of jar time, I believe that this would really come alive. I really do. Because in the J, I can kind of get an idea of how it would taste with a little bit more jar time, and yeah. Nice resin ring though. Let's look at the comments. Shorty smoking on some Cali burger. It's Tangy cookies and Han Solo burger. That's what's up. Is the force with you, man? That's awesome. It's hot, swappable. JT's out in the pasture walking Bella while she's chasing the cows around. Oh man, that sucks. Smoky Soldier, he tries to surround himself with very knowledgeable people in all areas, always willing to learn. Good idea. You know what? So when I was younger, I used to pretend to know more than I do, more than I did. And the older I get, the more I pretend to know less than I do. Did you get that? When I was younger, I pretended to know more than I did. The older I get, the more I pretend to know less than I do. That's right, Mario. It cost me around 80 bucks with shipping and tax, and I used code Space City to get like $4 off or something. I use code Space City or Cannabis and Coffee. Those are my two favorite codes to use for Lit Farms. Nice resin ring, by the way. Yeah, so it's a nice sweetness. Like when I say the sweetness is, it's still earthy because it is mild, but I feel like I'm getting like the sweetest, like the slightest sweet berry and a little bit of pine. And it's very mellow in that area. I'm not getting a lot of gas. I think, like I said, I believe the gas might come out more with some more curing or just more jar time. But I think I would still go with like Glitter Bomb over this. Like it feels like, it tastes like a muted Glitter Bomb. Does that make sense? You're smoking some PP blue cheese. Okay. Pepe blue cheese. Pepe blue cheese. Gotcha, gotcha. So Kahan stays rolling the dice on those $40 essential ounces. Hey, I'll let you keep doing that, all right? So this right here is their preferred. It's their middle tier. So yeah, I paid almost double what I paid for that crotch rocket, but this is way, way better than that essential crotch rocket. I'm sorry. And if you like the crotch rocket from Lit Farms, the essential one, that's cool. But for me, this is way better. Like, it's worth paying the extra 40 bucks. You know what I'm saying? For me. You know, and whatever works for you, do what works for you guys. Because I'm all about just showing you what's the best product for the best price, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You may not like what I like. Yeah, so you guys just smoke whatever you like. If you can find something that's a greenhouse, you know, like those essentials, and you like it, hey, for 40 bucks. If I liked the greenhouse for 40 bucks, I would definitely smoke it because it would save me more money. So what I ended up doing with my essential ounce is my friend got some of it, and we decided we're gonna make some edibles with the rest of it. But this preferred, it's getting smoked. This is worth smoking. So guys, if you want to use a code, make sure you use code Space City or Cannabis and Coffee. Those are going to give you at least 5% off. So, and I'm not selling anything. I'm just reviewing something that I purchased. I do not have a promo code. I'm giving you the promo code that I used as a consumer. But yeah, this is right up my alley as far as effects. And it's a decent flavor. I'm definitely going to be jarring this. I wish it was a little bit more gassy. I do wish it was a little bit more gassy, but it's not bad at all. What's up, Potion Guy? He's a little bit late to the party, but hey, you didn't miss the party. You're right in time, brother. You're right in time, homeboy. Hey, man, you got to take care of real world things, man. YouTube is fake. It's not even real. We're not even real. This is all, what you call it. This is all a simulation, right? Yo, Matt B, what's good? Isaac, what's good? That's awesome, man. I think you might like it. The Supreme's fire, first of all. You almost can't go wrong with just about any of them on the Supreme side. Oh yeah, here you go, my bad. Here. My bad, KM. Well, that's what we're talking about right now, Potion. Potion asks, so what do I think of preferred versus essential versus supreme? And guys, just a reminder, supreme is top shelf. Preferred, that's what we're smoking on right now. That's middle. And essential is greenhouse or outdoors, in my opinion. Same thing. Greenhouse, or it's not going to be indoors. Essential. So what do I think about the differences? Essential is a great price. You're gonna get the effects. In my opinion, it'd be great bud for making edibles with. It's not my preference for smoking, but some people, have tried more essential strains than I have. I might just need to try a few more, but so far, essential is not for me as far as smoking. And then you have the preferred, and that's the middle tier. The effects are just as good, if maybe a little bit better. The flavor and the quality of the bud is way better. My crotch rocket was very, very dry. It was very giant buds. These are more smaller buds compared to those giant buds, but the quality is way, way better. Oop, it went out, but that's just because I was talking. Definitely a higher quality as compared to the essential. It's like night and day. And then of course, Supreme, top notch. I've had that like 3 or 4 times with the 8s in the jar. That's just like a recreational quality. It's going to be top shelf in my opinion. I really do think that their 8s are really, really good, the Supremes. However, I do not believe that it's organic. So if organic is important to you, I don't believe that the Lit Farms is going to be organic. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I do not believe that it is. Okay? So that's what I think about the differences between those 3 tiers. They all have their own place. I believe there's a place for all 3 of them. I did not know that the essential ounces were greenhouse until after I already bought it. Although I should have known that for the price. I mean, 40 bucks, 45 bucks out the door. I should have known that. But like I said, the effects were there on the essential. I thought it was too dry to smoke, and I didn't really care for the flavor. This one is fine. I'm good with smoking this. This is a good all-day smoke. I'd be okay with this. Oh, wow. Wow, Smokey. Wow. I think the most that I ever paid for an ounce was $3.50. It's been a while since I did that. Mario likes organic. I like organic too. JT says he'll never pay more than $2.20 for an ounce. That's kind of where I'm at as well. And like for me to pay $2.20 for an ounce, it's got to be really good. I just feel at a certain point, there's only so much better that it can get, right? It's just really whatever's anybody's willing to pay for it. But me personally, I kind of cap it around 200, 220. I feel like there's only so much better it can get. And honestly, guys, for me, there's just too many options out there where like I don't need. Well, I'm not rich enough to go spend $1,000 on an ounce, anyways. Those $200 8s and stuff. That's cool. I'm not rich enough to try it. If you got the money, go for it. That just means I'm not rich enough for it. But I do like to try really nice, expensive stuff when I get the opportunity as a treat. But like as an all-day smoke, guys, I go through like maybe an 1/8 a day of flour. I can't afford to be buying those like $200 and 8 flowers. It'd be nice to do every now and then though. Anyways, guys, I'm just going on and on and on and on. This thing's burning nice and slow. Have you noticed that? It's actually burning nice. And I kind of packed this quickly. I was in a hurry to do this on the live for you guys, and it's actually burning nice and slow. It's got me going slow because now I'm repeating myself. But yeah, not bad. So, I'm going to finish this J, but I wanted to finish the review so I could just chill with you guys for a minute. We'll wrap up this review. I want to ask you guys, would you cop this? Or would you pass? Leave a comment, okay? And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace. So that wraps up that review. And I'm still going to keep smoking and talking to you guys. We got a group in here right now. Let's just keep it going. And then tomorrow, guys, we're going to do another live. I don't know about a review tomorrow, but we're thinking about doing like a smoke sesh. And I've been talking with either Space City and or Review Sesh about possibly getting on a live either tomorrow in the near future and doing a smoke sesh together. We've been kind of talking about that, so hopefully we can make that happen for you guys. I'm feeling good. Thanks for your opinion, JT. I appreciate it. Oh, I hear you, Isaac. Hopefully you get really good stuff, man. Dab time? I hear you. Let me finish this real quick, K-Ham, and I'll take a dab with you. Take a dab with me. I agree with you, Potion. Absolutely. Absolutely. Guys, I got 3 different packs in the mail yesterday. And this was one of them. So I got plenty right now to play around with. And then we got some stuff coming. Of course, you know, I always got some stuff that's on the way. We got to keep something rotating. Got to get this content out to you guys. And you know, I like to smoke good, so. K-Ham's got that rosin inhaler at work. In case he has an attack. What else do I got, Potion Guy? Want a little sneak peek on what I might smoke on tomorrow? You want to see what we got? All right, all right. Excuse me. So check this out. I got a little little pack that I got in the mail. See, I'm not just a reviewer, I'm also a customer. So I got a little pack in the mail that I purchased from Shop Hello Mary. This was a new sticker. This is on those new lighters. I can't wait to put this on there. Guys, like I was talking about, you got that Chicago Runts. Now, Chicago Runts is piney and gassy. This is super piney and gassy. This is like a candy Runts, and it's piney. This is good. If you like that, you will love this. This is one of, and it's creamy because it's, so according to the website for Shop Hello Mary, this is going to be Skittles crossed with Runts. So it's very creamy. It's got like a little berry and pine. This is like what we were just smoking just now on steroids. Not real steroids, YouTube. I'm just joking around. And then check this out, guys. They sent me a free sample. Now I've already reviewed this. I believe. I don't know if I've ever. I believe these are the smalls. This is the Blue Nerds. They got some hash holes on their website with Blue Nerds. So we might smoke on that tomorrow, the Blue Nerds. Thank you, Shop Hello Mary, for giving me a free sample with my order. And dude, guys, I'm ready to review this. This is that Wild Grape live rosin. And the reason why I'm really excited, by the way, I paid with my own money for this, 2 grams. Paid with my own money, guys. The Wild Grape. The reason why I was so excited about this one of the crosses is Sour Cherry. Remember what I was just talking about earlier in the review? How Cherry Pie is crossed with Sour Diesel. to get sour cherry. Well, that's one of the crosses to get wild grape live rosin. So, you know, I had to get that. So, I'm real excited about. That's what I got from Shop Hello Mary yesterday. I got some live resin. Where'd it go? I got some live Amnesia Haze. You know I keep that Amnesia Haze live resin on deck, guys. And then, of course, shit. We're smoking on this. So how about we do a dab of some Amnesia Haze? Y'all want to do that? Let me go ahead and grab my E-Rig. Guys, I'm feeling really good right now. I got my bomb E-Rig right here. Got my Jaws hot knife from Yokan Black. And this, my guys and ladies, are the Amnesia Haze from the Southern Maryland experience. You know I got to keep that on deck. I ordered an eighth of it. It's live resin. It is not rosin, but it is resin. It's really good. I have reviewed it already, but I keep this. This is something that I keep on deck all the time. If you want to know what Be Real smokes, Be Real goes through an eighth of this a week, guys. This is where it's at, y'all. Amnesia Haze, the Southern Maryland experience, code Be Real. Save you like 20%, something like that. I don't know. I don't even keep up with that part. I just bring you guys the code so you can save the money, okay? Because I love you guys. All right. Let's do a dab with Be Real. And what I'm doing is I'm using my bomb E-Rig. We're going to do a big one, so I'm going to do it in sesh mode. I really enjoy doing bigger dabs with my bomb E-Rig. Look at that. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus. Am I doing this correctly? All right, you see it. I am dropping it into my atomizer right now. There we go. Got my hot knife. Ooh, you can really smell the limonene, citrusy limonene, with the pininess. The pininess is so piney. And guys, you probably have smelt this on Amnesia Haze, but also on stuff like Platinum Jack, if you've had that. By the way, review coming for that. Thank you, Shop Hello Mary, for sending that out. When something is so piney that it becomes like minty, that's what it reminds me of. All right. And so what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to see if I can turn it around to the correct, so you guys can see it. Click 5 times. It turns on. I think I've got it set to 405 degrees. Excuse me. I never go above 400 degrees on my bomb E-Rig, especially in sesh mode. So I just click it twice. And then what it does, it starts heating up. And it's going to get up to 405 and then it's going to stop. Oop, let me close that back up. Hurry, hurry, hurry. I don't want to lose any vapor. There we go. Cheers, guys. Where'd I go? Shit. Yeah, man. So that actually paired really good because like that pininess really paired well with the pininess of this OG. So I like that. I think that's actually going to go great as like a, not an official hash hold because it is live resin, but I might roll this up in a J with some Amnesia Haze. That might go really well. But hey, I really appreciate everybody stopping by. Thank you so much, Smoky Soja. Man, you got a lot of information. I've been watching you guys in those lives with Tom and the gang. Shout out to everybody that's going to be watching this at a later time as well. Hey, I appreciate you guys. So I just want to remind you, make sure you leave a comment if you would cop or pass, and make sure that you have your notifications on so you don't miss your the live for tomorrow. Guys, I'm stumbling over my words. It's time for me to get out of here. I'm feeling too good. So, hey, I appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.